Hi, my name's Julie Lawson Timmer, and I'm honored to be part of the Penguin First Flights program, and I'm happy to be talking to you today about my debut novel, 5 Days Left. It's kind of cool because I was on vacation with my husband when I first got the news that publishers were interested in the book, and the first person we told in our excitement was a woman we had met the night before in our hotel. It turns out she's a librarian. So, beyond the joy I've gotten from libraries all my life, librarians have been part of the celebration of my debut novel experience from the beginning. The book tells the story of two people who have 5 days left with the ones they love most. Mara Nichols is a lawyer in Dallas, Texas, and she lives with her college sweetheart and their adopted daughter, Lakshmi. She has been diagnosed with a terminal and incurable disease, and she's given herself 5 days to decide whether she'll take her own life so that she can end things while she still is in control and spare herself and her family from the end stages of her devastating illness. Meanwhile, in Royal Oak, Michigan, Scott Kaufman is a middle school basketball coach and teacher, and for the past year, he and his wife have been looking after an 8-year-old boy named Curtis, while Curtis's mother is in jail. But she's out of jail now, and Curtis is set to return to her in 5 days. Scott and Mara are friends on an anonymous parenting forum, and the book follows their lives in Michigan and Texas, and it also follows their interactions on the forum. I was inspired to write the book after I lost a friend to cancer. I was consumed by the injustice of the final moments of her life, how her illness had taken control over how much time she had left to live and the conditions under which she'd live it. She knew she had limited time with her husband and her young children, and she was so graceful and brave about dealing with those end days that she had. I don't think I could possibly be so graceful and brave. I thought that writing the book would let me explore the feelings that someone in that situation might have. But it's not biographical in any sense. I gave Mara Huntington's disease instead of cancer so that I wouldn't be writing my friend's story. But I did hope that in writing the story I would honor my friend, and I dedicated the book to her. 5 Days Left is not a disease novel. Mara's story takes up only half of the book, and Scott's story takes up the other half. But a lot of people have asked me about the research I did for the book, and specifically they've asked about the Huntington's research. I actually didn't intend to do very much research at all when I set out to write the book. I thought I'd spend a couple of minutes online learning a little bit about Huntington's, and then I'd use artistic license to make up the facts as they suited my plot. But it only takes a couple of minutes of research online to realize how terrible a disease Huntington's is. And once I learned that, I decided there was no way I could make up something like that. I had to get it right for the sake of the Huntington's community and for the sake of my own conscience. So I ended up doing quite a bit of research for several months, reading everything I could get my hands on about Huntington's. And once I had done that, I wrote Mara's entire story. I then tracked down a couple of Huntington's experts who were very nice about spending time talking to me about the disease on the phone. At that time, I didn't have an agent and I didn't have a book deal. So it could have been a colossal waste of their time, but they did it anyway. And I ran all of Mara's scenes past them and found out from them where I was accurate about the disease and where I needed to make changes to get more accurate. So that's a little bit about 5 Days Left. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. I understand that this is the first book for which you've received an audio file as well, so thank you also for listening. I'm really looking forward to our online live chat on Wednesday, the 10th of September at 4 Eastern.